Snuggle Dell. The folk of Snuggle Dell worship the common rabbit. Floppy-eared bunnies are encouraged to hop around the fields surrounding the hamlet, bringing happiness, love, and more bunnies to the entire area.
Hey YouTube, this is FireWizard23, and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Keeper, and welcome to Snuggle Dell. Alright, let's get our portal, and let's get going here. Again, apologies that I have not had a new video of this up in a while. It takes a long time to do these, because I need a long period of time to, record. It takes me a long time to record this stuff, so... Wow, I have not stuttered like that in a while. It takes me a long time to do these recordings, because I need a good session of time to do it. Okay. Let's see. I will need some additional imps. Imps move faster if they can, please.
An entrance has been claimed. You need to build a lair for your creatures.
Okay, I have a fly already. Good. I'm gonna try the strategy I mentioned before of just putting up a treasure room. A small treasure room just so they can start putting things up.
Your gold reserves are running low. You do not have enough gold. You need to build a lair for your creatures.
Either way, let's do that. Let's make... What I'd like to do with this gold seam is actually make it a little big room here. Oh, stop that! We don't want to do that yet.
You must build a treasure.
We're not in any danger. We don't need to reinforce the walls. Let's see if I can get... Oh, this area I don't want to square off. This I just want to just dig it out. It doesn't matter that it looks weird. It's fine.
You need to build a lair for your creatures.
It's not weird. It's original. So what's news been going on lately? I get hit by a copyright claim on YouTube. It was gonna happen at some point. Someone's gonna hit me. There was a video I did, the 5th part. People probably saw it, but I reposted the 5th part of Super Mario RPG. I had put a clip in there of a very old theater advertisement of everyone going to the lobby to get a snack, and someone put a copyright, and it got content ID matched as a copyright thing. I'm like, oh crap.
You need to build a
and it's
lair
like, you know what?
for
I
your
can't
creatures.
really deny this because it's not transitive. It's not making it something new. It's exactly what it is. I took it. It's like, okay, so I just took the information and I took the video and I just cut that part out and just put it back up on YouTube, so everything's fine now. That's a little embarrassing. And no hate comments against YouTube, like, oh, YouTube's not fair. Like, no, I took this. I knew that I did that. I knew I took it. I didn't think I was going to care, but it must have been someone else's content that it was blatantly somebody else's content that I took, so I can't really make the argument that they're out of bounds. I can't make that argument. You just gotta bite the bullet sometimes. It's okay. It's just strange. I'm almost positive it's probably not the original content owner of that thing, because I know that was just made... That had to have been made sometime in the 60s, that thing I used, so I'm almost positive that it's someone who has the video up on YouTube, and so it fell under, like, a common copyright, that it was someone else who had it, but they're like, well, that's... Who had it up on YouTube, but they're like, no, that's my video. But either way, it's not my stuff, I know that, so...
You need to build a lair for your
As everyone can see, I'm just building a bunch of rooms here. Point taken. I need to build a lair for my creatures. I got it. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. We don't want to do that. I do want to make a pathway here from there to there, there to there. We've got a little space here, but I want to be careful how far I dig out. Let's square that off.
You need to build a
I'll
lair
make
for
it
creatures.
elongated. Yeah, we need to build a lair for the creatures. I got it. Yeesh. Also need to build a treasure room. Let's build a treasure room then. It will be in the exact location where I had it before. Quit your whining. Yeesh. Now, one thing is another. And just for everyone's edification, it wasn't actually a big deal to really deal with the copyright issue. It's like, oh, just, you know, they asked me to acknowledge it or say, you know, this wasn't valid. And it had been so long since I made the video, I was like, I don't even remember what they could possibly be even talking about, but I watched the video, and then it got to that part where I was blatantly
You need to build a lair for your
recording
creatures.
a YouTube player with that content. And I'm like, oh, this is probably what it is. This is one of those things where you get caught red-handed. It's like, okay, I can't really deny that they're right. Okay, so I just cut it out, no big deal. It was just an intermission type thing anyway, so no problems. How many names do I have right now? 10. Okay, that's a good number. Just claiming everything here for my dungeon. We really should get going. I'll make these all... I'll make one hatchery over here, but I'll make most of these layers. I know the imps are going to spend a lot of time grabbing all the gold in that other area and bringing it to the main treasure room. There we go. This is one advantage of Dungeon Keeper 2 that I will give it. It let you kind of click and drag your area to make a layer. Like, I could click here and click down and just make this all one big layer all at once. That is an advantage to the second Dungeon Keeper game. I have 2 flies, but I really should start getting different types of rooms going on. Okay, way over here where it's quiet, I think we're going to build a library. We have a beetle. Nice. You guys dig that out? Let's get a training room going over here. Actually, no, I want the training room here. There's a very specific reason for that. Remember, it's rectangular, so that's okay. Doesn't have to be, you know, a more square shape. Rectangular shape will be just fine. Okay, let's see how they're doing. I want to get a library built as soon as possible. Thanks, guys. We'll get a library going so we can get some research going. Remember, as we have previously established, flies can research as well as bile demons. I think I've explained bile demons before, but they have a lot of physical defense. They're reasonably strong fighters, and they are moderately intelligent. They can actually do research. I'm almost positive beetles can't research. I'm almost positive they can. Yeah. Oh, he can! Okay. Even he's reasonably intelligent. All my researchers in here. It's not perfect, but they can research. Got some more rooms over here, just in case. Actually, let's go ahead and build a hole here. I can put another little hatchery here, just in case my combatants get hungry. Which I should start having demon spawn here pretty quick. Demon spawn, there we go. What great timing. Let me see if I can help my imps out here and grab some of this gold. Right click on the treasure icon, you can go right to a treasure room you have. Oh, you should stay out from my hand, impy. Be careful dropping treasure down, because if you drop it on a monster, you will give all of that treasure to that monster. So be really careful, especially if you're really transporting a lot of gold.
A new spell has been researched.
Is that probably the speed up spell? Okay. Don't worry about imps dropping money on imps, because otherwise they would just grab it and carry it themselves, or they'll just let it drop into the treasure room. Okay. And if it isn't obvious, when you drop gold into a treasure room, it automatically divvies itself into the piles as needed. So just save the imps time having to sit back and forth. Sorry. Looks like I'm just out of time for this part, so I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I'm going to try something a little different this time. I'm not intercutting the saving of DOSBox's videos. I'm just going to have to be all one big piece and I'll just cut it up later. My audio is still going to be separate, though. Okay. There's them. They're all researching. Haven't gotten any warlocks yet, so it's probably good thing they're researching and stuff. Train faster. We got 2 more bile demons. I'll drop them in. And I got another beetle. I might as well research too. My bug researchers. I've never had this much problem getting a warlock.
A new room has been researched.
We got the bridge. That's actually what I needed, really. And I do remember there's something... If I haven't hinted to it, there's something out here I'm trying to avoid. But I want to make sure I have adequate forces to deal with it. Let's pick up these guys just so I have some biodemons training. Just want to make sure I have some kind of forces to help me, because if I don't have at least level 2 monsters, it's going to get kind of dangerous. You know what? No guts, no glory. Let's do it. We don't have all day. Dig it out!
You have tunneled into a new area.
If I drop my flies, they'll begin buzzing around this area, seeing what they can see. There is a big area. By the way, here's Snuggle Dell. And they found the thing that I was fearing. Harpies! They are severely outmatched. They're only level 1s. And there's a warlock.
Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
So my warlocks, my flies are dead.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
It did get me out here, which is where I need to go, because there's something new we can pick up here. Just gonna build this bridge across here. Just drop the bile demons. Aggro them. Kill them!
Your minions are winning a battle.
They are much stronger than they are. What do I want to do? Take one of my imps. What's here, Impy? There's a bit more of a tunnel leading into this middle space. Oh yeah, if you didn't see on the big map, there's this huge middle space. There's something in here with a huge gold seam. Let's drop my imp here. Imp here, you can start claiming. More importantly, I want to dig this spot out. What's going on here?
You have tunneled into a new area.
Ooh. Those are mistresses. You have finally constructed a dungeon impressive enough to attract a dark mistress. You must discipline these wicked wenches frequently. They respond particularly well to a good slapping.
A new spell has been researched.
There's a new monster called a mistress. They are fairly agile and are good attackers once they're trained up, and they love torture chambers, which is what this is. Give a little speed up here. Take the torture chamber!
Control of a new room.
So we have a torture chamber. Torture chambers have a couple of different functions in this game. Primarily, if you imprison monsters, you can bring them to a torture chamber and torture them to try to convert them to your side, to extract information out of them about your enemy's dungeon, or to kill them and convert them to ghosts. You can also use torture chambers by putting one type of your own monsters there, which will kind of scare all the other ones into working faster, because now you're torturing one of their fellow brethren. However, this does have an opposite effect if people end up getting tortured basically to kind of insanity, where those get pissy because you're trying to hurt them, and also if they end up dying, it'll actually make all your other monsters angry. Not like immediately your creatures are becoming angry, not like that, but to a point where if they're already agitated enough, you might actually piss them off really quickly. So be really careful about that. I'm setting up a treasure room here in the middle. I'm going to dig out all this gold with my imp's help. And they should be all out here pretty quick, and we'll get
A new room has
all these
been
tiles dug
researched.
out. We now have a guard post, which I do not care for, because guard posts are useless. We don't have a prison yet to imprison monsters, but like I said, we do have the torture chamber. And I believe my mistresses headed off to the training room. Yep. And one of them's level 4, so that means I believe that means she can shoot lightning out of her hands. Her little claws, which is very nice. There's my imps working at it. I'm going to give them a few more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count along with me, kid. There's 20 of them now. I can make this just a little bit wider for my monsters, so let's do that. I'm going to drop them so they start digging that out. Remember, imps will do the thing that is nearest to them when you drop them, so they will instinctively dig out walls if they were nearby. There we go, make this training room just a little bit wider. The reason there's a training room right here next to here is just in case we start getting attacked by other monsters. My training room's right there. You got monsters who are hot and sweaty from battle, and they're ready to cut their teeth on some monsters. We should train up a couple biomes, just so they're all nice and strong. We have a new spell now, the Call to Arms, as we did before, which kind of makes monsters say you need to attack here, and it summons them nearby. Let's get the beetles out here. This is a bit ridiculous at this point. My warlocks have it. We'll drop the beetles in the training room. My imps are digging out the gold seam heftily. But they're starting to run out of space here, which means unfortunately they're going to start walking back to the original treasure room, which has a lot more space. So that might delay their progress a bit. Unfortunately, I have no more flies, so I would like a monster who I can use to zip around. I don't have any other flyers. Let's do this while they're all working. Because pretty much things are just going to proceed as they are now for the moment. This is why bridges are like so broken in this game, because you can just build them anywhere. Oh. I may have found something. A make safe.
Your dungeon has been fortified.
What does make safe do?
A new room has been researched.
It makes every single room perfect in your dungeon. Every single wall has been fortified in my dungeon that could be fortified. We now have a workshop. And as everyone knows, it's the workshop. It's the workshop. Put it on kind of the noisy side of the dungeon. Might not have been perfect to put all my rooms this close together, but it works. I say it does. Mistresses can manufacture. So if you're kind of running out of things for them to do, put them to manufacturing. They can do it. Especially if you get like maximum level mistresses. Do not forget that. I keep forgetting that in later levels when I have mistresses, but I might not have other things. And I feel stupid. Let's take this way, because as you probably guessed on the very other end of this map, there is also something else I can pick up. We'll just keep going until I get there. Came for... I almost ended up saying that at work today as I was like hopping down to grab like a bag. I almost went... It was like an imp. Because they're awesome! Oh, if I haven't explained it before, on this creature panel, if you press here, you get the most experienced monster. If you hold the shift button while you press that, you will get the least experienced monster. That could be helpful if you're trying to get a certain monster to train, or you need like the weakest person just to do something.
Your creatures have been blessed with experience.
And this is an increased level box. Everyone goes up one level. Which means training is better, which means they manufacture better, they research better. Higher level warlocks research better, just like all the monsters do. Yeah, so not everyone's really, really buff. High level 2 warlocks who can throw fireballs now. Everyone's chilling out in their layers if they need to. Awesome. Got treasure going on. Sweet. And now they're dragging all the treasure back. Because there's nothing left to do with it.
A door has been manufactured.
Note is now becoming insanely expensive to make imps. I now have 31 of them. So we're going to claim tiles, go faster. I'll leave them to their digging. They're now digging ridiculously fast. Actually, while they're doing that, I'll pause it right here for another part. Be right back, folks. And we're back, and look at all those imps up here. Look at these guys. Look, you can see all the little dots up there on the map at the top. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I now have a prison. Head back to where the torture chamber is. Disrupt my prison. This might not be the best place for the prison, because I'd rather have the prison somewhere on the outskirts of the dungeon. But I already put the the training room. I put the training room on the first entrance to my dungeon. So that's, well, I could just make another hole, I guess. Okay, I have to show this. This is what it looks like when a mistress is tortured. She screams as people whip her. Oh no, I want you to show my viewers that.
A trap has been manufactured.
Isn't that crazy? Like, what the hell? Usually she's screaming and warping as well, but that is so crazy. I cannot believe that's in this game. Yeah, let's dig another entrance here. And they're still digging stuff out. Yeah, very intensive. Look at this! There is another dungeon here. And I think it's time we got a little closer together, don't you think?
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
Beetles, get
A
them!
new spell has been researched.
Attack my beetles, and I realize I'm really close here. Wait, back up, okay. Attack my beetles! Aggro! Attack them! Beetle power! Perhaps some monsters you can attack a little bit more vigorously, shall we say?
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
I'll just do this to keep them kind of moving through this tunnel.
A door has been manufactured.
Now this spell, the Call to Arms, if it's placed in a room, and you ask them to aggro that room, they're going to start attacking the room by destroying it. Unless there's monsters nearby that they can attack.
Your creatures are under attack.
But now they've actually found the dungeon. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to let the ladies go to work.
Your minions are winning a battle.
They are level 5 mistresses, and this could get really interesting.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Note I have the
Creatures are attacking the enemy.
I have imprison off. Otherwise my minions will start coming here.
Your minions are winning a battle.
So they're going to start killing everything.
Your minions are winning a battle.
My beetles are there too. Now I can't drop any additional monsters there because it's not my earth.
Your
How many monsters are just killing everything?
There is nothing left
And they're near
to
the
be
dungeon
said.
heart, so the moment they're done, they're going to start attacking the heart.
Battle.
And now I have the lightning strike spell, which lets me just drop lightning
Minions are
anywhere.
winning a battle.
And it affects my enemy's monsters, not me.
A trap has been manufactured.
Okay, a couple things happened real quick. Like I said, I got the lightning bolt spell, which I can charge it. Watch. Now I can drop this spell anywhere and do damage, but it costs me money to use it. Like maximum is 3,000 gold for a strike. So that's a pretty pricey spell, but it's a great way. Using the Sight of Evil spell, I can look anywhere on the field, anywhere on this world, and just throw lightning down and just kill things. Also, they've manufactured a brace door, which is basically just a stronger version of a regular door. So I think my mistresses will take care of that dungeon. My imps are still working hard at digging that out. You see, here's a brace door. Oh, I can't put it there. Whoops. I'll put it right here. It's just a stronger version of a regular door. Yeah, but my mistresses have totally broken this level at 1. Because they were so strong from all the training they were doing. Well, that was... This happens sometimes. It's completely possible sometimes to just cheap out some of these levels and just win. Once that heart goes, I win. I don't think... How many monsters do you have left? He has no monsters left. I've won.
A door has been manufactured.
You lose, Keeper. As I drink my mug of root beer in celebration. Bye-bye. Boom.
You have conquered this realm.
Boom. There we go. How satisfying it is to see an enemy keeper's dungeon crumble and his power dissipate. There'll be no controversy over this year's Hall of Infamy nomination. Like I said, had I chosen Imprison, my imps would have dragged the monsters back here, as they usually do. I could then pick the monsters up and place them in the torture chamber, and they would be essentially tortured to death unless they chose to join my side, or they died. Or they died and became ghosts. And sometimes they would even reveal information about the enemy's dungeon and let me know what it looks like. Now, we've already won, but I'm going to let my imps do a little capturing here. Let's turn this off and have them stop claiming this for a moment. So I would like to... My big thing is I'd like to claim all of these tile squares.
A door has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
This is like a huge thing with me. Like, I need everything. I need everything on the map. It must all be mine. And my monsters are still training in the training room and stuff. This level has not ended as far as they're concerned. Get in there. Let's capture these squares. Plus, he's got rooms I want. I can't carry them, but I mean, I can just take a step. Capture the hatchery! This is a really cool thing that happens when capture an enemy. Watch what happens to all the chickens. They just die. Oh, they'll respawn, but they die, which I think is really cool. Drop monsters off at my imps off at the two side entrances here. I'll take his library, which gets me all his spells, though he doesn't have any more spells than I do at this point.
An entrance has been claimed. A trap has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
Let's toss out a couple more imps so they can start claiming the exits here. Exits to that room.
Claimed an enemy room.
I just want everything. Okay, I have a library now. And he had this huge gold seam and he never started just cutting it, but he has the treasure room already. He just never did anything. Sometimes the enemy AI is kind of bad, and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes the AI is downright murderous of the enemy. There's a couple levels in this game where the AI is just downright ridiculous. How smart they are. Which I appreciate a good challenge, but I just wish there was like a lever you could just alter and stuff. Okay, they're gonna start trying to get this big layer here. Move it!
You have claimed an enemy room.
Okay, all 5 of them are working on this room, working hard for the money. So hard for it, honey? Working hard for the money, so you better treat us right. Claimed another one. I got a training room, a treasure room, and a lair. And that's all his stuff. Oh, wait a minute. He was heading off in this direction for some reason. See, this looks like a place where he was going to set up a room, he just never did. Is there any specials I can take in his library? Nope, no specials. That's a good thing. Also look for specials in their libraries. Make sure you haven't missed anything. Faster! Including the speed up spell. Where was he heading? He was heading towards something. Oh, he was just going to make another exit. Was he? He was heading this way for some reason. Nope, he was just going to make another exit. That's usually, I think, where he usually pops out from his areas. Okay, so we are finished. The land is ours. Let's go.
Viniana. Not a soul stirs here now. Even the rats are afraid to come out of the drains to feast on the dead. You really outdid yourself here, Master. It's a pity the destruction was so easy.
It was. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Dungeon Keeper. This is Far Wizard 23 saying take care and bye-bye for now, everybody.